Zykai Klutzra subbed for 19 months. Welcome back. Yuchi, how is goat?
Unmute. There we go. Working okay, hopefully. Hi, hello everybody. It's been over a week. Did you miss me? I missed you guys in the most non-parasocial way possible. Haha. I know, right? No Christmas background, no Christmas background. God, thank you for the resubby. Thank you. But yeah, today's full stream is just gonna be me talking about my situation of what's going on. It's kind of on the more serious side, so serious slash a little negative. So if you don't want those kinds of bad vibes, you don't have to watch or listen. I don't put it against you, because everyone has their own negative stuff that they're facing, so obviously you don't have to listen to mine, but I'm just giving a honest explanation of what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on? But yeah, it's gonna be a short stream. Just me explaining. So, I actually wrote down maybe everything. I probably forgot at least one or two things. But I wrote down all of the things that I wanted to talk about in bullet points. I'm so organized, kind of, not really. Not really. So yeah, I'll start with the first category. The first category is how I am feeling mentally. And to put it extremely bluntly, I am feeling very depressed and anxious, burnt out, tired, and a small mixture of guilt. It's a really fun combo. Yeah, really fun combo. It's not the best. Yeah, I'm struggling with my mental slash physical health right now, and it's not something I can ignore anymore. I'll explain more later, but I haven't been eating enough. I think I've been eating maybe one meal a day instead of two, and I really should be eating two, even if the second one is small. Not the best. Past couple of weeks, I've been having these anxiety chest pains. It's like, it's like pinching, if that makes sense. It feels like pinching in your lung. It's not the normal thing that everyone has, where like when you inhale then you feel the pinch. It's like a consistent pinch thing. So it's not the normal one that everybody gets. I've also had an increase of heart racing, which is also, I guess it's also known as heart palpitations. Basically, when your heart races and goes and then goes back to normal, which was also due to anxiety. Not great, not great physically. Is it dangerous? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, it's from anxiety, so as long as it's not from something else. I have a history of overworking myself and ignoring things that I need for my well-being. I kind of have a history of that. I think from what I recall, usually from the past, at least, what year is it? Fuck. Yeah, at least 3 years. I think. I think for the last 3 years, I have this pattern that I am realizing that I do, where I will work really hard for a really long time and not take any breaks, and basically ignore all of my mental health. And then it usually ends up with what's going on right now, where it's the depression and anxiety and burnout that I can't ignore anymore. Yeah. I can't ignore it anymore, and usually I will do this thing where I will get myself busy with work to avoid my feelings, which is a extremely unhealthy coping mechanism, but I've had it since I was young for um traumatic survival stuff. Yay! I have issues. uh yeah, but that's something I really need to undo, which is gonna take a lot of time, because whenever I feel a bad thing, it immediately gets yeeted into my subconscious, like automatically, and I don't have control over it, which is bad. So that's a thing I gotta work on for like personal self-improvement thing, you know? Um, I did a tarot card reading for myself this morning, and I'm gonna share the results with you all. So I did 5 tarot card reading. I got the Page of Wands, 7 of Swords reversed, the Hermit reversed, the World, and Ace of Swords. My interpretation of it is that I need to create a plan for myself, content-wise, of what works and what's best for me right now. I am on the correct path for starting anew. The old saying is, by realizing that you need help slash a break slash need to pay attention to your mental well-being means that it's already a good start for you, which is true. The main obstacle for me right now is my mental health. Pretty much, that's basically what the Hermit reversed is. Yep. Yeah, cards don't lie. The cards just, they don't miss. In the world means literally the world is your oyster. You know that saying, right? So I can literally do anything I want, and I do have the privilege of being a content creator slash streamer to be able to do that. But I will get into a little bit more about that specific card, and how I'm able to make progress is I need to have a better understanding of how I'm feeling and like being more in touch with my emotions. Have a clearer thinking, clearer thinking, and then I'll be able to have a breakthrough with that. So that was my card reading, which is pretty spot on with what's happening right now. Yeah, so I'll go into the world card that I have. So I have this mentality thing where I believe streaming and content creation is significantly easier than having other kinds of jobs. I used to work in retail and food service, like being a cashier in a restaurant, so I personally know how stressful other IRL jobs are, especially for introverts slash neurodivergent people, or a combo of both. And I assume the majority of you are introverts. I don't know what everybody's career and job is, but you don't always get to choose what you want to do. Sometimes you just gotta do whatever you do to make a living. That's kind of, we live in a society, that's kind of the society we live in. So yeah, basically I'm getting off track, but basically I understand the struggle of other types of jobs. I feel bad feeling I feel bad and guilty feeling depressed and burnt out because I know other people's jobs, others have it so much worse. And again, I personally know how hard it is for a lot of you and like the different types of jobs that you guys work. Some of you have like really crazy hours. I don't know how you do it. But then my devil's advocate, the other side of it is having these thoughts invalidates my own mental health and well-being. So that's kind of like a little tug-of-war inside of my brain, I guess, if that makes sense. Moving on. So I was considering going to like a doctor, or I don't know, doctor, maybe like a psychiatrist or even a therapist or something again. I would like to start therapy again, but finding a therapist that works well for you can be hard, which isn't an excuse. I just need to do it. I just gotta find one. But basically, if I were to go to a normal physician doctor, because that's more accessible to me right now than finding a new therapist slash psychiatrist. I don't know what the doctor would say. They would probably just say you're depressed, and like, yeah, I know I'm depressed. In the past, I've been on antidepressants, and I didn't really feel like there was much of a change. There wasn't really much of an effect. Not good or bad. It didn't feel any different. It was a lower dosage, but still, I don't know. I don't know. And then Tails mentioned to me that unmedicated ADHD kind of looks like what's happening right now. I think it's actually called ADHD. Wait, what is it called? ADHD burnout. And it could be true. Definitely could be a factor, a factor that is happening. Um, One of the reasons. Oh, actually, here are my reasons why I am scared to try ADHD meds. I know it is very common that it changes who you are, as in, like, you become sort of a different person. Your personality isn't you. My mom has ADHD and other mental problems. Um, Love you, Mom. This is not a stab at you at all. Uh, but my mom tried a ton of different types of ADHD meds when I was growing up, and the nicest way I will put it, because this isn't anything against her, obviously, but sometimes the meds did not make her her best self. And I don't know if I would. It just makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. I would feel pretty devastated if I I wasn't able to be myself. Because I have worked really hard on becoming who I am and the person I am today. It wasn't an easy walk in the park. I'm gonna look at the years really quick. 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little less than 10 years, maybe? Yeah, maybe a little less than 10 years. I've put a lot of years into me being more being more of myself and not trying to be somebody who I'm not. And also just like discovering who I am. It's a lot of work, but yeah. So those are some of the reasons why I don't want to try ADHD meds. I could potentially try a low dosage. I'd have to see what all the stuff is about in Canada for ADHD meds. I think there was a shortage in the US at some point recently. Yeah. But it might be able to help because I think one of the biggest issues I have with ADHD is not being able to keep a not being able to keep a consistent sleep schedule. Mm, and a lot of neurotypical people will be like, just go to sleep, forehead. I literally can't. It literally does not work like that. And it's very frustrating when people just say, just go to sleep at a reasonable time and wake up at a reasonable time. I can't. My brain just can't. It cannot. It cannot do that. Just go to sleep, forehead. Dude, I'm trying. I've been laying in bed for 5 hours staring at the ceiling in the dark. The classic. Or the classic. Like, I've tried doing that. Where I will try to go to bed at a time that I want to. And then my brain is just extremely awake and racing, and I can't do anything. I don't have any control here. So yeah. Sleep schedule, also not being able to keep a sleep schedule also impacts my consistency in streaming, which is not great. I'm not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan of that. Mm, um when I use ASMR, oh, actually, for the past couple of days, I have been listening to. Actually, let me get it for you guys. Let me find it. I have a. Oh my gosh. Slenderman 2018 ending explained. Creature breakdown. I want to watch that later. Let me put that in my watch later. Anyways, oh no, that's not the button I wanted to press. No, no. Look it. This video, I came across it maybe last week, and I've been listening to it every day, basically nonstop. I know oldies is not everybody's cup of tea, but it 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 tickles and cradles my neurodivergent brain in a way that I cannot explain. I can't explain it, but my brain feels more relaxed when listening to music like that. Old music freaks me out. I know some people don't like oldies music because a lot of horror movies associate old music with different horror tropes and stuff. But my brain doesn't associate with that. But yeah, I really like the music, and I really like the vibes. It's also very ASMR because of the rain ambience as well. So it's a really good combo. I like the sound of rain. That's probably one of my favorite ASMR noises. Yeah, rain and the combo of oldies music in another room makes me feel better. It just makes me feel better. Yeah, so that's the kind of music I listen to. But yeah, I've been listening to that the last couple days when I'm going to sleep, and it helps me feel my brain feel more relaxed, so I'm able to sleep Mm. Smell the rain though? Oh gosh. Speaking of smell, I've been I've been having the windows open and it's been a little bit rainy the past week or so. But I've had the window open and I think it's just my mind playing tricks on me. But there are seagulls, even though I'm not close to the coast, there are seagulls here. So I can hear seagulls. And then I also smell like the moisture from the rain and it makes it smell like I'm on the seaside. The ocean calls to me. The ocean calls to me. But the reason why this is so, let me make sure this is right. I don't know if this is the right word. Melancholy? I don't know if that is the right word. It might be. I'm gonna say melancholy for now. It gives me a feeling of melancholy because when I was younger, there was two places I went to every summer that was by the ocean when I was pretty young. And I've basically moved across the country. I'm in Canada now, so yeah, nostalgic. A combination of melancholy and nostalgic stuff. So it's been a while since I've been able to go back to those places. Last year I did go back to one of them, which was really nice. I went back to one of them with my family when I had my vacation last summer. But the other one, I have a lot of dreams in that setting of that place, which is really interesting. Yeah, dreams are so interesting. But yeah, I really love the smell of like the seaside. Moist saltiness and seagulls. Ah, ah. Yeah. Anyways, back onto my list of stuff. Moist. And to those who suggested getting out of my apartment, going out gives me anxiety because my apartment is my safe place. It's my neurodivergent safe place where I do not have to worry about masking and being in society. Mm, mm. I need to photosynthesize tomorrow. But I will be going out with Allie today. I'm gonna go see Allie and I'm not sure if Ugu and Cody are gonna make it because of their sleep schedule. Ugu and Cody have been a little bit decent hours like me, so I don't know if they'll be awake. But I'm gonna go see Allie today. Yeah, that's another thing. When you're sad and depressed, it's important to surround yourself with your friends and loved ones, and to not isolate yourself. So yeah, I obviously I talk to Ugu and Ali like every day online, but yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with at least Ali today, and it'll probably make me feel better. Probably. Mm. But yeah, that's another unhealthy coping mechanism from for when you're depressed is self-isolating yourself instead of trying to immerse yourself in your support group of friends and loved ones. Yes. Moving on to the next subcategory of stream versus offline content. Since you guys are probably wondering, am I gonna, since this is my stream coming back to streaming, am I gonna stream consistently? The answer is no. It's something that I can't really do right now. I mean, I wasn't really streaming consistently before, but am I gonna be streaming consistently? I am going to stream when I feel like I can. Yeah, when I feel like I can. For 1, 2, 3, 4. For at least the next 3 to 4 weeks before my debut, June 14th, re-debut. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be focusing on like my YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram content. So I'll be focusing on the autism and ADHD shorts that I make Rex edit for me in the basement. And I'll also be focusing on, I guess, more ASMR offline content. I haven't been posting a lot of ASMR offline content in the last couple months, and that kind of makes me sad. It kind of makes me sad. Not at a set time. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, in the past few months since the end of December, we have been in the quote birthday subathon, no longer birthday subathon, which I ended, which is what's best for my health. But yeah, I was trying to stream at least 3 times a week, but I need to focus on other things than worrying about, oh my gosh, did I stream enough this week and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to be focusing on more offline content for the next few weeks and try to try to chill. Try to chill a little bit. Yeah. Am I graduating? No, I'm never graduating. The only time I graduate is maybe when I'm like 50 or something. I don't know. I don't know how long I can be a streamer. I know there's streamers who are in their 40s and stuff, so like, maybe I'll graduate when I'm like 50 or something. I don't know. I don't know. But will I graduate? No, I'm not gonna graduate. The worst I will do is I'll take like a what is it called, a hiatus. But no, I will never graduate from streaming or content creation because it's something that I am passionate about. I enjoy I enjoy creating things and being creative. I enjoy you guys. I enjoy my community, connecting with you guys, doing funny, silly, haha stuff, talking about odd topics that maybe normal people don't usually talk about, stuff like that. Yeah. So I care about you guys way too much to ever graduate. I am incapable of aging. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I was considering telling you guys my real age. But also, I don't really think it matters that much. Okay, quick question for you guys. I think I've asked you this before, but what age do you consider to be quote old? Because I saw a post online where someone asked what they consider what people consider hag age to be, at least like for internet stuff. And I saw a ton of people saying basically 21 to 25 or older is hag age. And I'm like, that's crazy. They gotta be joking, right? They can't be serious. For internet stuff, 60 plus. No way. Okay, you guys are saying like 50s, 60s. Okay, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay, I'm glad we can agree on that. Old is a mindset, not an age. Exactly, exactly. uh, but yeah, I'm 21 plus. I'm old. Well, I mean, I'd assume the majority of you guys are 21 or older, except maybe a few who are 18 to 20. Some people say hag age is like 30s. Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah. So, if that's the case, if the internet really thinks that being 21 or older is hag age, then like the majority of us are all hags too. 30 just means mentally mature. Depends on the person. Some people never mentally mature, no matter how old they get. We're in the hag inflation era. Uh, mm. But yeah, you guys know I'm not in my early 20s. I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I'm not a young spry chicken anymore. Anyways, moving on. Don't Google hag inflation. That's crazy. We're in our late 20s. Nodders. I mean, to be honest, that's a pretty decent age. Pretty decent age, I would say, like mid 20s, late 20s, 30 plus is like a pretty nice age range. Anyways, moving on. So, how I'm feeling, our third subcategory of my things that I wrote down on the thing. How I'm feeling regarding streaming. So, I already said this before, but I already stopped making stream schedules a while ago. So, I do feel a little bit bad for streaming even less than before, but I'll get over it. I'll get over it. And I'm active in Discord basically every day. Even if I don't type a bunch, I still read what you guys say. Some of you guys have very interesting conversations sometimes. Very amusing. But yeah, I'm very active in Discord. I like playing games and watching shows and animes and movies in Discord. So yeah. So yeah. Even if I am not streaming, I'm still able to connect with you guys, which is nice. I want to stream less to focus on offline content, but when I already said that, till re-debut, um, my worries with streaming less in general. So in the streaming world, having a successful stream or having successful streams slash growth requires consistency and or blowing up. So streaming less means less consistency, um, which can be hard. It can be a little bit tough, but I think it is good to balance, to have a good balance of streaming but also offline content. Commence it would. Uh, but yeah, I also have this reoccurring thought probably ever since I became a more consistent VTuber is that sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough to be a streamer, or I don't know if good enough is the right word or the right phrase, but sometimes I don't know if it's best for me in my life because of my health problems, mental and physical, which causes inconsistency, and also just in general me being low energy. I know I know there's a lot of successful streamers who are low energy and do like cozy stuff and ASMR, which is totally valid. But sometimes I feel like because I'm anti-social, I'm not very good at collabing, and collabing sorry, this came to mind. It's just business. Collabing is a good way to what's the word? Network. It's a good way to network with other creators and get to know other people and stuff like that. And I've definitely tried a lot in the past years. In the past years, but it's really hard for me. I lack a lot of social skills. I lack a lot of social skills, and also just being an introvert, I get extremely drained from interacting with people, and it especially is hard trying to interact with new people that I don't know very well or have never met before. It's just a lot of energy that I honestly I don't have. Uh, but as much basically what I was saying before about the low energy anti-socialness about me is I've I sometimes feel like I would be more successful, quote quote successful, as a streamer if I had more energy and I had the energy to socialize and interact with new people and was able to put in the effort to make connections and relationships with other creators. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. But yeah, that's just one. But I know there are a lot of successful indie creators that were not previously corpo VTubers. I know there are definitely quite a few indie VTubers that are very successful and they don't do a lot of collabing. So it's definitely possible. Mochi has zoomies. Hi Zoomy. Hi Zoomy boy. But also this is also not to say that I am not not wait, that I am not English fuck. I am not successful. Hopefully I said that English right. Um because I think creators have different definitions of what being successful means. You know what I mean? Because currently, well off, yeah, maybe well off is the better term. Because currently, I am making enough where I'm able to buy myself food, take care of my cat, pay bills, and all of that. And really, financially, that's probably one of not wait that is probably one of the main goals most creators have, is to be able to make enough. mm, in all honesty I actually don't make a ton from Twitch streaming. Unless if we're doing like a really big event, which I try not to have often because I don't like the idea of creators doing non-stop, like subathons or donathons. It feels, I don't know what the word is. I don't know if there's a word, but here's what my brain thinks. Streamers that do non-stop subathons slash donathons, it feels like they only see their audience as money bags. That's what my brain sees. And I'm not talking about people that do one subathon and then it lasts like over 100 days. I mean people that do like a subathon every few months of the whole year. Like nonstop. Yeah, greedy, kind of predatory, kind of. Maybe a little less minor than predatory. I'd say greedy. Yeah, I'd say greedy. Mm. But yeah, there's definitely creators out there who do nonstop subathon slash donathon, and it's just like, it's something I can't agree with. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, but yeah, that's why I tend to I try to avoid doing those as much as possible. And to be completely honest, I didn't expect the birthday subathon to go that long. I I thought it would end like maybe end of January, but it lasted to the beginning of this month. Oopsie. So in other news, I'm not gonna do any uncapped events ever again. I learned my lesson. Mm. Subathon for self versus subathon for charities. Oh, those are good. Mm. I think the main one I can think of right now is when Mousy did a subathon. She gave what, half of her revenue to the immunity IDF? IDF? Yeah, Immunity Deficiency Foundation. Mm-hmm. I never underestimate chat. I know. I should have not done that. But yeah, like people who do that for charities, like obviously that's fine. But again, if you're doing nonstop subathon slash donathon just for yourself every single month, then it's like, come on. Come on. We see what you're trying to do. Mm. You think the event was the catalyst for a level of burnout? I would say probably added to it. Yeah, probably added to it. Although, at some point, it just kind of became normal streams because we did basically everything that I had planned event wise and activity wise. There are still a few things that I need to do, but I need to plan for those. Mm, every May? Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Mm-mm-mm. A month-long charity stream event every May. That is very cool. I would love to be able to do more charity stuff in the future. But anyways, back to my list. Next subcategory, the last one, the type of stream content I want to do moving forward. I've actually wanted to do ASMR triggers again, which I haven't done in a month or so. I would like to do ASMR triggers again. Yeah, so I'll do like what I used to do. So I'll be doing like thigh cam exercise ASMR, soft chatting ASMR trigger stuff. And I'll probably also sprinkle in some cozy gaming. I just got a I just got, oh, would you look at that? I have Pokemon X, Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Ultra Sun. Wow, where'd those come from? That's crazy. But yeah, as you know, before stream, I just started Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I chose Torchic. Usually I choose Trico, but I chose Torchic this time. It has a lonely nature. Is that okay? I think it's okay. It's attack up and defense down. More Pokemon streams. I do need to finish Pokemon Black. Yeah, I do need to finish Pokemon Black. We'll do that soon. You, but yeah. So yeah, more Pokemon. Also, I just joined Sino's Minecraft server and I've been playing a lot the past couple days. I built 3 houses and a lighthouse and a farm, and I just built a flower garden, which is really cool, and I got a koi pond. Yeah. So, there's other cool things that I can show you in Minecraft. I also want to do some 3 houses and a church, not a church. Not a church. But, okay, yeah, closing thoughts. I have some closing thoughts. So, I wanted to mention these before I started going off into my ADHD mind. I really appreciate everybody's patience with me during these trying times. This isn't the first time I felt burnt out and depressed. So I really appreciate everyone who's been able to hang out in Discord, whether it's watching movies or playing Marvel Rivals with me. Or if you're just vibing, like you don't even need to play or watch, you can just vibe with us. Everyone who's left encouraging and supportive comments on my Twitter post that I made yesterday when I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm sorry that I can't respond and interact with every single person who comments, but honestly, I get kind of overwhelmed thinking about trying to respond to everyone. But just know that I do see them and I read them, and I really appreciate all of the what is it called? Yeah. I can feel how much you guys care about me, and I really can't say this enough. But I really appreciate your compassion. I think is the right word. Hopefully, English is my first language and only language, by the way. I'm not the best with words, as you already know, I've had to write all of this down before stream. I started writing at maybe 2 or 3 a.m. and it's now 7 a.m. But I hope you have a better understanding of what's going on for me right now. Yes. I hope you understand, and I platonically love you all very much. I'm Canadian. I was raised in the US and I only moved to Canada last year, and I'm not even on the East Coast. So I don't know what French is. I'm actually. The only other language I know is the New Yorker, Jersey, and Boston language. Good, good accents from those places. Am I hanging out on the server more? Yeah, don't feel pressured to if you're not comfortable. Obviously, I want you guys to feel comfortable, but yeah, anyone is more than welcome to hang out in Discord whenever we're hanging. I was in Spanish class. Yeah, I did take Spanish in school, so I know super basic Spanish and I know super basic Japanese. Beep. Yeah, and I know time zones is a thing too. Sometimes I hang out in Discord in time zones where people just cannot be there. Because I'm a little bit degen. Somebody is originally from Jersey. Snowflake, you're originally from Jersey? Feel that? Ah, love that. Yeah, I have family in Jersey. So I used to visit them all the time when I was younger, you know? Yeah. The classic Jersey. I am a night goat, I am. Sometimes if I talk too fast, I start a little bit of my family's. It's like a combo. It's like a combo of Boston, New York, and Jersey together. It sounds really funny. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to discuss today. Was do you have any questions for me that you would like me to answer before we go for now? Any questions? Also, what are you guys typing? Tails, thank you for the resubby for tier 2. And Nick, thank you for gifting a subby to Maz. Thank you for all of the new followers. Welcome in, guys. Does age matter? What does that mean? What does that question mean? Can you give me more context? When are we taking over the world? Why not today? Who's gonna stop you? Nobody. Spread the bongo propaganda wherever you go. Hi. Would I still love you if you were a worm? I would. But I would pick you up, break you in half, and watch both of your different bodies move. Are their ears scratchable? Yes. I don't know what does the age matter mean. It's kind of fucked up. Well, that's what I did as a kid because I was kind of. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. After this whole stream, you guys think I'm not fucked up in the brain at all? Come on. Are my horns secretly croissants? They are not. I know a lot of bongos will try to say that they are, but they are not. You're not. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. What's my VTuber height? My VTuber height is the same height as I am IRL, so I am 4'10" and a half or 148 centimeters. Serious question? Croissant. But when you say croissant, you have to say it the same way Carl says it from Jimmy Neutron. Croissant. Like that. Okay, everybody say croissant. Ready? Croissant. But the high pitch. Croissant. 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 Okay, good. Is it okay for VTubers to have different height from what they are IRL? Yeah. And VTubing is all about being creative. You can be more of yourself, or you can be a completely different person or character. As long as you're not, being deceptive and hiding that you're a bad person, I think it's fine to have a different character than to what you are yourself. Croissant. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for saying croissant. I'm glad that, yeah. I mean, that's what being a VTuber is all about, right? Being creative. You guys think I have goat horns and ears and a fishtail IRL. I mean, you guys will probably assume what I look like IRL anyway, so. I don't. My immersion. My immersion. Surely a VTuber would never secretly be awful. Fortunately, there are way too many that are. Yeah, maybe I do. What about Capricorn women aren't real? That's wild. Don't have your model reflect that. Yeah, that's totally fine, Mitsuki. Yeah. You do whatever you want and what will make you comfortable and happy. Life too short to not be happy. I say as I'm extremely depressed, anxious, and burnt out. The irony of me. Cereal before or milk before? Cereal and then milk. Goat mermaids aren't real. Unfortunately, goat mermaids are in fact mythological beings, and as you guys know, mythological beings don't usually exist in our real world, like unicorns and stuff. I am from Greek mythology. I was sent updates from Beko Papa for the rigging of my model. I can't wait to show you guys. I want to show you so bad, but I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Hi, Sana. Come here often. I would say so. Yeah. I would say so. It's like asking toothpaste first or brush teeth first. Yeah. Model is accurate on that. Hehe. Goat milk. I used to drink goat milk when I was a baby. Believe it or not. I had trouble drinking cow milk or like the formula stuff, so parents gave me goat milk. Would you like to date one of my followers? Why? No. Real question. Goat milk soap. Not soap, but I do have goat milk hand lotion. That smells really good. Goat cheese is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tend to not do the parasocial thing around here. I'm also, I'm also demi, so it's romantic relationship stuff is not a easy thing for me. I'm also very much on the asexual spectrum. Demigod, no. Demi-romantic, demisexual. Demi is you need to have a very close emotional connection with someone to feel romantic slash sexual attraction. And it's not the same as normal. Before you say, doesn't everybody need that? No. Hookups, one night stands, love at first sight, that does not exist. Having crushes, we do not have crushes. You know, like when you're in school, you're like, oh my gosh, I have a crush on this guy. I've never had a crush in my life. Dating does not necessarily need to be romantic. I mean, maybe for you, but not for me. If that works for you, that's fine, but dating is usually a romantic thing. You can be demisexual, but not demi-romantic. I'm actually a mix. I'm like demisexual and demi-romantic, but also a mix of pan romantic too. Do I desire for romance or no? Not really. Not really. I was wondering, please don't take this the wrong way. Is there a I don't think there's a label or like a title. You know how there's like what gay, lesbian, bi, pan, etc. I don't think there's a word or label for basically being pan but woman leaning. Not bisexual because I would be totally okay with somebody who is like non-binary, gender fluid, agender, trans, etc. But yeah, demisexual, yeah, exactly. Demisexual and demi-romantic, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty demi, pretty demi. Oh, I think I'm like. I always like to say, sexuality is fluid and it changes throughout your life depending on where you are. Like when I first started my journey of like, what am I? What am I? First, I started as asexual, aromantic, and then I went to being a lesbian, and then I went to being bi, and then I went to being pan, and now I am very much demi romantic slash demisexual, but also leaning more towards the asexual side. So interesting. So interesting, Life is so complicated. Such a fun journey. Such a fun journey. Yeah. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm gonna go lay down or I'm gonna play Pokemon for 8 hours. There's no in between. It's a 50-50 what I'm actually gonna do. Take your guesses now. Woo! But yeah, thank you everybody for hearing me out today. I'm sorry it was a little bit on the more serious side, but I thought it was really important to be open with you all so you can have an understanding of what's going on for me and all that stuff. Yeah. When I'll stream again? Not sure. Not sure. Maybe this week, maybe next week. But either way, I will be active in Discord and I will be working on offline content to post on my offline socials like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Those are the main three, I suppose. And of course, the blue spicy site. I was thinking of actually, I was talking with somebody, I was actually thinking of doing more like safe for work stuff. I mean, everything I have IRL is technically safe for work, but I'm gonna do a little bit more safe for work stuff. Okay, yeah. Bye everybody. Thank you. Remember to follow me on my socials if you don't. I'll see you soon. Bye bye everyone.